Sports media is one of the most relevant and annoying things I have ever seen. It's annoying to be annoying. It brings attention to people for being stupid and annoying rather than finding people that are actually good at their job, because they know that views equal money, no matter if it's positive or negative views. And nobody is worse at their job in this industry than Ryan Hollins. Let me explain. Before we hop into today's video, please feel free to follow my Instagram and Twitter at Arkwood Sports. Links will always be in the description for both of those. And enjoy the video, guys. Cue the intro. Ryan Hollins is a former NBA player. He played his college ball at UCLA. He played for multiple NBA teams, played overseas for a little bit, and is actually the worst sports personality I have ever seen. He should be thrown in jail for identity theft just for putting sports analyst in his Instagram bio. There was a time he said the Miami Heat weren't a big three because Chris Bosh wasn't a star-level player, despite the fact that Chris Bosh has made the All-Star team every year of his career since his third season. There was a time he said Giannis wasn't the MVP because he wasn't a closer for his team, which apparently takes away from him dominating teams and putting up all-time great numbers, but that's just me. There was a time he claimed Transformers were racist. Oh boy. There was a time he claimed kids used to come up to him and say they watched him play ball, which sounds like cap to me, because I have never heard anyone in my life talk about Ryan Hollins like, hey, that's that guy that used to play basketball. The only reason anyone would ever say that is because he's 7 feet tall and stands out from a crowd. And this brings me to my next point. The only reason he has a job is because he played in the NBA and is tall. And I understand that many players in sports that weren't big-time players but had smart basketball minds. Well, let me tell you this. He isn't one of them. Just because you were in the NBA doesn't mean your stupid claims are any more validated. This is a guy that gets owned by Will fucking Kane on a consistent basis. This isn't even a case like Skip Bayless. And the thing about Skip Bayless is, well, he is annoying. I will be the first to admit that. He's irritating. He says stupid things. He brings something to the table. With Skip, he plays well off his co-host, Sand Soap, or Stephen A. Smith when he was with ESPN. And while he almost never agrees with Shannon, they get into these big, loud, passionate debates, and I feel a sense of respect between the two. A chemistry that allows two opposite yet similar personalities to play well off each other. When Ryan Hollins is on the show, it just ends up being one-sided every time. He just ends up being the laughingstock of the show, and he ends up getting made fun of the entire time. And his takes are so stupid, they leave people distraught. And the thing is, sports media on TV is stupid, outside of Scott Van Pelt, because Scott Van Pelt is amazing. If you don't watch this show, I would highly recommend it. He's like a nighttime show. It's really late, so if you can't get to it, I would DVR it, record it, watch it on YouTube, whatever, but he's amazing. He's an exception to this thing. But moving on to my next point is, it's sad that sports media has come to this, because sports are so popular. And to see content that's just made for views, because it clearly is just made for views. I can tell. Because if they actually cared, they wouldn't have Ryan Hollins on the show. They would find someone better than him. And it's just big money companies saying views get money. Because they do. Views do get money. The more people you attract, the more money you make. But when it's something as popular as sports in general, and people have passionate opinions about it, you might want to take it more seriously and don't just get people who say stupid things for views when it's something that is so popular and people take seriously to an extent. Sports content is miles ahead on platforms like YouTube, and I can name countless content creators on YouTube when it comes to the NBA and sports in general that have this passion and put up better content than what ESPN and FS1 are putting out. And the only reason ESPN and FS1 are as popular as they are is because they have more resources, because they make more money, because they're a big corporate company and they aren't some independent person who's working his ass off to build something not only for himself but for viewers and fans of sports. I would highly recommend watching someone who actually works hard and researches before watching someone who just does something purely for views. Because when you watch something, especially when it comes to sport, I am of the belief that context matters. And NBA, and MLB, and NFL, and NHL, and rugby, even like rugby YouTubers. I said that out of spite, but you get the point. Watch them, because they understand what context means. And I'm not saying everyone on YouTube is perfect, because nobody in the world is perfect. But it's better to see someone put effort into something than it is to see someone just do something for views.